Hello there guys, and this is this week's vlog for the Oracle card, the Butterfly Ferrets. I let this run over a little bit. I had a feeling it wasn't quite done until today, and therefore is a little bit more information, and actually a lot of it is really on a personal level and isn't going to be expressed here because some of it is incredibly personal, but it's been life altering in a sense, in the point where it is definitely realigned and re-began energies just in time for 2015. And the card itself is about transformation, as well as protecting you through this time of transformation, the struggle to be free. And one of the first quotes that I thought was really appropriate for the new year anyway: take one last look back, just one. Don't dwell there for too long. It no longer exists. Now turn around, warrior, and march forward into the deliciousness of the unknown. All of your new firsts are ahead of you. Don't waste one single step. The well-heeled warrior. And black kyanite made its appearance over and over again this week. So here's one piece. The lighting is terrible again. I will open the curtain and see if that helps, but it may or may not because it's so gloomy already. There we go. And I have a few pieces of black kyanite now. I have 3 pieces down here. I have 1 piece in the other room, and I have 1 piece by my bed. And it's quickly becoming a sort of lifeline type crystal, just really fantastic. I'm going to read you some of the meanings that were shared on Facebook by the Southern Hemisphere Pagan shared them. It's such a high vibrational crystal that it affects anyone's aura who is within its presence. It's a great stone for healers. Its ability to cleanse and open the Earth Star chakra will remove negativity and negative energy from the subtle bodies by pushing all that excess energy down toward the Earth and replacing it with positive energy. It has the ability to unconsciously cleanse, align and open the chakras, as well as to keep them grounded and centered, protects the aura and eliminates adverse energies. Place on any chakra to send cleansing and healing energy between it. Place between the feet on the ground to ground spiritual energy and negative energy and things. It's really great for that. I was trying this out. It's just sitting with your feet on the floor, and then you just place it between your feet and you take some deep healing breaths and ground yourself like you normally would, and it really adds an extra sort of layer of oomph to the cleansing process. Anything low vibrational cannot stand black kyanite, which is interesting to know, and then therefore if you carry it, if you're in a particular situation where you're coming across negative energies, low vibrational energies. So the author of this is unknown, but Emma Raven Noir shared this to my wall, and it's just beautiful. Great Goddess Morrigan, may your strong shield be between myself and all harm and danger. May your sharp sword be between myself and all those who would attack me. May your magical skill be between myself and all ill wishing and ill will. Morrigan, Great Goddess, may your protection be on me today, tomorrow and forever. Okie dokie. So I can't really go into too much depth about what actually happened on this full moon, because it's really personal and private this time, and it was a game changer, a soul changer. It was one of the strongest visualizations I have ever had. It was a beginning, it was a welcoming, it made sense in 100 million ways, and it just blew me away. It was sort of reconfirmed with physical signs the next day showing up, I think I can say that, as well as the quote, "There is no shame in being a wild creature, warrior goddess training." I think Sterling actually bought this book, which is interesting. I actually started 2015 with Gifts of Blood, and I shared this already, so I'm okay to share this. Sort of dwelled on it with the Morrigan, and Morrigan's like, this is okay, the other one isn't. So I started 2015 with Gifts of Blood. I woke up in the middle of the night and found my leg bleeding, which was a little bit strange. So I got up and I cleaned myself out, sorted myself, you know, cleaned my leg down and stuff, and I got the very, very strong impression that in the middle of the night I had to take some of that blood and offer it to Morrigan. And I was like, and that's unusual for me. From somehow my leg was bleeding, and I have no idea how, unless she had decided it. It was a small cut, but it was bleeding heavily. It was like a tiny, tiny cut, but it kept bleeding, and I got very strong sense to go and offer it to the Morrigan. And the next morning when I woke up, I started my period. A couple of days prior to that, my sister had actually started calling me a blood priestess, because every time she needs to come on her period, her moon blood, she has a very, very hard time of it premenstrually. She's just asked me to send her some energy, and like that it works. She'll come on her moon blood. So she started calling me blood priestess, and any time she needs to come on, she's like, help! So I started 2015 with Gifts of Blood from the Morrigan. There was some information shared within the Morrigan group as well about the power of female menstruation and things of that nature, and Sterling noted that she had something similar happen to her with a cut that was small, but it bled a lot, and she felt that she needed to give some to the Morrigan. And it's weird, this sort of symmetry that's coming up with people who've followed the Morrigan, and it's not until you know, it's things you don't think about that would be happening to other people who follow the Morrigan. The cut on my nail, and then the leg bleeding and things. So there was that, and I'm actually going to talk about my tarot reading for 2015 in vague terms at the end, because there's some numerology and stuff I want to talk about at the end. I won't be sharing what the tarot reading actually said. Okay, a couple more quotes. What is right is not always popular, and what is popular is not always right. Albert Einstein. You'll end up very disappointed if you grow up thinking everyone has the same heart as you. Socrates.com. I bleed myself to be your drink is not the blood of poets' ink. William Sotar. When people walk away, let them. Your future is not about people who walk away, it's about the people who stay in it for the ride. The Idealist. Stand up for what is right, even if it means standing alone. Wicked Love Revised. Forgive them even if they're not sorry. The Four Queens. Picked up pink tourmaline, watermelon, tourmaline, strawberry quartz and amber. And we won't go into the meanings too heavily, because I have done a whole video at least on pink tourmaline, which is heart chakra, healing, self-love, attracting love, spiritual and mundane. Disperses emotional pain, disperses old destructive patterns and feelings through the heart chakra, promotes peace and relaxation. Watermelon is the super activator of the heart chakra, linking it to the higher self, as well as promoting patience, tact and diplomacy, and alleviating personal fears and depression. Strawberry quartz is again love, self-love, healing, joy, and healing anxiety and the heart, as well as for dream recall and better understanding dreams and bolstering self-esteem. Amber, this is my little piece of amber. It's just, there you go. Hang on. I really liked this little piece of amber. I haven't shown this a lot, so the lighting again is shocking. I kind of really like the duality of this piece. It looks a little bit like a tooth, like a canine tooth, and it has an almost male-female divide, an almost light-dark divide, duality divide down it. Can you see how one half is much darker and and then the other half is lighter? I really like that about the amber piece. Let's come back here, little book. Just gonna there we go. So amber is, for earthing and grounding oneself, is a powerful healer and said to draw disease from the body, absorbs negative energy and transmutes it into positive energy that can help heal the body. It clears depression, promotes a positive mind state, and helps with creative expression. And then a lot of the rest of this is then personal that I'm not willing to share. Let's share the quote. Some journeys take us far from home, some adventures take us to our destiny. C.S. Lewis. So a lot of it I'm not sharing the rest of it. It's just been weird and astounding and changing things up and altering everything and realigning everything, and everything sort of starting to turn and twist and click, and it's sort of the gearing up for the transformation. And I knew that I had to do the healing work and then move into the transformation work, and that seemingly has been backed up by all my experiences in the past week and a bit. And 2 crows just flew by. That is I was going to say the energies just lined up to that, so I felt, right, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, and then 2 crows have just flown by. And the importance of 2 and 8 this week have been beyond, and I'm going to talk about 2 and 8 as well as a planetary influence I've noted a little bit as well, because nearly all my tarot cards for the year were, in fact all of them were 2s and 8s. But all the cards that weren't 8s, all the cards that weren't 8s had the infinity symbol on its, in an 8 on its side within it. And as Tracy W pointed out, it's the number of 2015 in terms of numerology, because 2 plus 0 plus 1 plus 5 is 8. 8 is also my, and always has been, my favourite number. I can't tell you why I've always loved it. I just always have. It started to make a lot more sense in terms of when I found out about spiritual awakenings and the fact of the infinity symbol and the importance the infinity symbol had linked to the number 8 and the ongoing cycles of the universe and life, death and rebirth. So I'm just going to read to you a little bit from numerology, their vibrations and meanings. For the number 8, first and foremost, authority, personal power, self-confidence, inner strength, professionalism, the professional realm, material freedom, success, good judgment, finances, abundance and prosperity, discrimination and discernment, giving and receiving, thoroughness, dependability, consideration, practicality, inner wisdom, reality, truth, integrity, compassion, independence, learning through experience, true justice, patience, caution, self-discipline, spiritual consciousness, expansion, timelessness, the balance, ability to see and relate to eternal dimensions, balance between forces, connection between spirit and matter, developing the courage to follow a vision, breaking down barriers to transformation, courage, desire for peace. and world transformation. Relates to the North Node, the tarot card Strength, the day Sunday, and the colour silver. And the importance of number 2 is the moon, the high priestess, Monday, orange and blue, duality, the positive, the negative, the male, the female, the day and the night, the black and the white, the yin and the yang, the coming together of all kinds, beginnings, so it's a lot about polarity, duality, and new beginnings in terms of personal transformation, and just the fact that 2 and 8 came together in such a way, particularly in my first reading of the year, was just insane. It was mad. And like I said, there was a lot of Saturn influenced stuff around this week, which is considered to be the teacher. It can get a fairly negative rap in terms, because it is so associated with sternness and justice, as well as death shrouds. But then again, when you follow a goddess such as the Morrigan, things of that nature aren't overly frightening. Extremes and boundaries of any kind fall under its influence. Gateposts, doors, thresholds, walls, but personal borders, skin, teeth, nails, bone, hair, as well as the personal limitations imposed by fear, self-doubt, weakness and lack of resource. Again, associated with the North. It can get a reasonably negative interpretation in a lot of astrology things, but I didn't feel that the particular influence of it was anything negative in terms of what I was reading through. And I thought these incredible signifiers were so tied to 2015 that 8 kept coming up over and over again, and Tracy had this beautiful crystal setup that she was using for her chakra that she shared on Facebook, and I'm not going to go into too much depth about it in case she doesn't want me to talk about it publicly, but it was so incredibly beautiful, and I just saw it and I was like, oh, I need to do something similar in my personal practice, because just the utilization of 8 and the infinity symbol in such a way just blew me away. I was like, oh my goodness, I need to use it. It's just so good. Right, so that's it for me today. Many blessings.